find the total amount. David and Sam had some cards at a ratio of 4 to 5. Both later collected some more cards. As a result, David collected another 50% of his original number of cards, and Sam collected 2 times his original number of cards. If Sam had 40 more cards than David, how many cards did they have altogether in the end? The diagram or the table that I have right here illustrates what's happening in this problem. David started off with 4, and then he adds in another 50%. That gives him a new amount of 6. Sam started off with 5, and he doubled it, so he multiplied by 2, and that gives him 10. We can then calculate the difference between their ratios, 10 minus 6 equals 4, and the sum of their ratios, 6 plus 10 equals 16. So now, the new ratio of cards will be 6 to 10. The difference in their ratio is 4, and the sum of their ratio is 16. Then we can make a proportion. The difference divided by the sum has to be the 4 from their ratio divided by the 16 from their ratio. And that has to equal the 40. So Sam had 40 more cards. That was their difference divided by the sum of their cards. If I solve this proportion, my sum of their cards has to be 160 cards. Now let's check to make sure that that makes sense. In the end, Sam had 40 more cards than David. If their sum is 160, that means that 100 had to be Sam and 60 had to be David. If we look at this ratio, that puts them in the current 6 to 10 ratio. Now, what did they have before they made the change? Sam, that means, had to have started with 50 because he doubled his cards, and David had to have started with 40 because he increased his by 50%. If we look at this, this also fits in our 5 to 4 initial ratio that we started with. So in the end, altogether, they had to have had 160 cards.